So while everyone else is busy fighting with Zapier credits or trying to self-host N8N on a VPS, Google has been quietly building something that makes both of them feel like legacy software. It's called Google Opal. Most people think it's just another chatbot, but it's actually a zero-code app factory. It's the bridge between a simple workflow and a full-blown application that you can just actually hand over to a client as a standalone product. We aren't just automating tasks, we're actually building systems that run themselves. Here's the fundamental shift. With a tool like N8N, you're building the plumbing, right? So the data flows from point A to point B in the background, but the end user never actually sees it. Opal is different because it builds the interface and the logic at the same time. You describe a business problem in plain English, and Opal builds a visual node-based editor that you can remix just like a GitHub repo. But for people who prefer thinking in systems rather than syntax, it's about building disposable scaffolding, testing an idea in minutes instead of weeks of development. So we're going to be making 3 different apps. First, the content machine. Turn any YouTube URL into a set of 5 social media posts and a blog draft. Number 2, the brand designer. Upload a photo of a product and have Opal generate 10 different lifestyle ad concepts using Imagen 4. And finally, the researcher, an app that scrapes the web for the latest tech news, summarizes it, and exports it directly to a Google Doc. Okay, so first up is the content machine. I'm telling Opal, take a YouTube URL and turn it into 5 high-hook social posts and a full blog draft. Okay, so watch the nodes connect. It's pulling the transcript, feeding it into Gemini for the hooks, and formatting the blog. This turns a single video into a week of marketing for your brand in seconds.
All right, so let's give our new mini app a test here. I am going to my YouTube channel to copy one of my videos, the VS Code one. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And I'm gonna go ahead and paste it here into this mini app, press enter, and let it start working, and we'll see how it does. All right, and after just a few minutes, we've got our 5 social media posts based on the specific YouTube URL that we uploaded. We've also got our hashtags, and it's SEO optimized as well. So you can use any YouTube URL and get these social media posts as well as a blog post. Honestly, this is kind of a miniature version of Opus Clip, except for blog writing and social media posts.
All right, next we have the brand designer. So we're gonna be uploading a raw product photo and telling Opal to use Imagen 4 to generate 10 lifestyle ad concepts. Now, this is a massive profit multiplier when you think about it, a multi-bagger, if you will. So you're getting high fidelity 2K resolution images of your product in the real world without ever booking a photo shoot, without having to pay anybody. Pretty crazy to think about.
So I literally just Googled perfume bottles to test this out, but really you'll be able to upload any single product and upload this into this mini app, and it's going to give you all of these different lifestyle ads that are ready to go. You can see more and more photos of your specific product that you uploaded, and honestly, they look very nice, and they come with a little description describing the product itself. However, if you want to take it one step further, I'm going to show you a little bonus tip that you can do, and that's going to Crea.ai and actually enhancing the photos. I'll show you what I mean. So go to Crea.ai and select their enhancer, upload the photo that you want to enhance, and you can see on the right side here, you can 2x, 4x, 8x, and then even describe the changes that you want to make in the photo, and then toggle some sliders there on the right as well. So you can adjust these. I recommend starting with 2, and if you don't want it to look too much like AI, keep the AI strength low, and once you've adjusted the settings how you like, hit enhance, give it a few moments, and we'll see the result here. But this is going to be fantastic for anytime you want ultra realism. If there is skin in the photo, then it usually does a good job with making the skin look hyper realistic as well. So as you can see, the image looks much more clear, much more sharp. The glass looks more realistic, the counter, the plant, the background, everything, the lighting, the composition, the shadows. So this is really worth it if you have time to go ahead and throw your image through something like Crea.ai. There's other services like this. But you know, when you zoom out, it looks like a real image at first glance.
And finally, we have the researcher. This app scrapes the web for the latest tech news, summarizes all the key happenings, shifts, and narratives, and then exports it directly to a Google Doc. If you're a consultant, this is how you stay ahead of the curve. If you're an analyst, this can help you put together your weekly briefs. So you're not having to do as much manual searching anymore. You're just receiving intelligence automatically.
So one of the reasons I like this one so much is because you can literally make this about any topic. For this, it's tech, and I'm about to type in something about crypto for the example, but you can literally hook this up to any idea, topic, niche, and basically get research formatted, structured that's recent and topical using all of Google's infrastructure, and then format it into a Google Doc. Once you've tailored the writing to your liking and you've got the script looking how you want it, then from that Google Doc, you can have an agent watch your drive, and whenever a new Google Doc is uploaded, that could trigger a new automation or workflow. So it's really exciting from that perspective. In just a minute, we've created a very useful mini app that can find the latest crypto news for us and cleanly organize it into a Google document. That's the last app that we'll be making in this video today. I'm sure I'll be making more videos with different Google Opal apps because, it's so exciting because there's so many different combinations of apps that you can make, and you don't have to have any developing experience, right? So I'm sure people watching this, you have some ideas in your head and you're already thinking about different apps that you can create, right? But if you're still looking for inspiration, they've got all these apps on their homepage, which you can remix. So you can click on them and hit remix, go into them and just tweak them a little bit. Maybe it's the tone, maybe it's the style, or maybe it's something more foundational to the automation, but that can be a good place to start as well. Just going to their library of apps and tweaking them through a remix.
So the reason this is better than a Zap, or in some ways an 888 workflow, is that it's shareable, right? You can send a link to a client and they have a functional tool that they can use immediately without having to see any of the plumbing, without having to deal with any of that. So for an entrepreneur, this is a speed to market weapon, right? You can test an idea this afternoon. If it works and saves you 10 hours a week, keep it. If not, you didn't lose anything. So we're compressing the gap between an idea, a concept that you want to test, and a working product, and basically closing that gap to zero. Obviously, N8N is still going to be great for a lot of the things we're going to be doing on this channel, in my private school community, and they obviously work very well for enterprises, right? But for creators who want to ship products quickly, while everyone's still working on the infrastructure, the back end, Opal is going to be the play, right? So I'll make sure to put these prompts into the description. Make sure to remix them, build something interesting, and let me know in the comments what you're launching.